You say that we have to ask the Hawaii officials for the count, but you also say that you are working with them. I think it's hard for people to understand, there are potentially 1,000 people who have perished in this fire. How can we not know more about this many days out?
Yeah, again, we take all of our numbers from the local officials and we are supporting them with our teams to help better understand. And I think the unaccounted piece is just making sure that we are accounting for everybody that was reported as missing. And it could be that they are staying with family and friends and we haven't been able to contact them yet. There's a lot of different reasons on why people are unaccounted for.
How can we not know more about this so many days out? Probably because they're lying and covering things up, obviously. We are how many days out from that fire down in Maui? Yet there's still no word about what happened to the hundreds upon hundreds of missing kids. Over 1,000 people missing, and we don't know anything? Isn't that crazy? But if it was something else, they would have all the stats. They would have all the statistics. Every week, Hollywood is able to count up millions upon millions of dollars, and we know the box office revenue of every single movie that comes out. We know how much money it made down to every single red cent, yet hundreds of kids vanish in the middle of a wildfire in Maui, and you see, it's this, and then you got to talk to these people, and then these people, and then you got to do this, and it's that, and this, and no. Stop trying to explain things away. Let's focus on these missing people, primarily the hundreds of missing children. Don't give me you have to talk to this person, and then you see it's all of these other agencies, and then we come together, and then we splice this, and then we do that, and no, oh my God. They're doing anything they can to dodge this question. Just yesterday, we saw the mayor, I believe it was the mayor, he literally stopped a press conference, mid-press conference, because someone had the audacity to ask, hey, what happened to all the kids that are missing? I mean, the amount of mental gymnastics these people pull, but it works. It works on dumbed down people. And that's why we all need to do our jobs trying to enlighten some of these zombies that we are surrounded with. I'm sorry, but the reality is the majority of the people that surround us every day are literally NPCs. They have no minds of their own. They're wandering around aimlessly. And you kind of have to direct them in the right direction, because if you don't, someone like these people will. Like the FEMA director with the glasses. Oh, what you see? Oh, and none of that makes sense. Just tell us what happened to the missing people. But these are the type of games that the media loves to play. You see, she asked the question, well, why don't we know anything? We're so many days out. And then they bring on these professionals to answer these questions. And the answers are so obviously stupid and just completely a waste of time. Yet this works on a lot of people. It works on a lot of people. So don't think for 1 second that the media was pressing that lady. They were asking an obvious question, knowing that they were going to get an answer that they wanted to put out there, an answer that doesn't make sense. Just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. And this is why I stress so often. Stop putting these professionals on a pedestal. Stop thinking that these people know everything. For the most part, most of the people running this country, most of the people in these positions are not qualified to be there. They have no business being in the positions that they're in. They're a bunch of freaking evil idiots. Point blank, period. Stop looking to these professionals thinking that they know more than you and they know what's best for you, when in reality, they make all of the moves that are worse for you. They go out of their way to make your life worse than what it has to be. So stop thinking that these professionals are going to save you. Did they save the people of Maui? No, they worked against the people of Maui. And here we are. The days keep going by. None of these kids I haven't heard any stories about these kids being found. Everyone's asking the question. Everyone's refusing to answer the question. And then you see brain dead, idiotic stuff like this from the mainstream media. And, oh man, I want you all to watch this clip really quick because it gets worse. It gets so much worse.
Perfect.
Just to be clear, when you're talking about global warming, are you saying that climate change amplified the cost of human error?
Yes, it did. There's always going to be incredible things that people do to save lives, from the firefighters, from citizens, and there's always going to be decisions that are made that I'm sure aren't perfect in the moment.
So you're saying that climate change amplified the cost of human error. People. We are headed to some very trying times. We are headed into some very frightening, tough times. None of you are going to survive what we're going to be dealing with here in the near future if you cannot use your observational skills to figure out who is being genuine or not. So you're saying climate change amplified the human era. If you see stuff like that and you think that these people are genuine, then you are a lost cause. These people are acting. These people are, I don't want to just call them idiots. They're stupid, but they're evil. They know what they're doing. The governor is sitting here blaming climate change. It's climate change's fault that all of these people died in Maui. I guess climate change is what caused hundreds of kids to go missing in the middle of this fire. It's climate change. Don't worry, guys. It was not the fact that law enforcement literally directed people towards the flames and would not let people escape. Instead, they sent them to Front Street, where they would be literally pressed against the ocean. They had to either die in the flames or risk dying in the ocean. Law enforcement sent them there. Not climate change. Law enforcement sent these people to Front Street and blocked them from escaping. Climate change did not set up roadblocks and stop people from evacuating. Climate change did not stop the water from flowing to the hydrants. They cut the water off in the name of climate change. In the name of equity and all of this woke, bogus garbage, they cut the water off in the middle of these fires as these people were fighting the fires. Climate change did not make that decision. They did. They did. Climate change is not blocking these people from getting supplies. They are. Climate change did not materialize as a person and then make the decision to not alarm the people, to not sound the alarm, to not use the extreme weather sirens. Climate change didn't make that decision. They did. But let's blame climate change. Yeah. So you're saying climate change? Let's blame climate change. You want to know the reality of it, folks? Climate change is not to blame. These people are to blame. And now we know the motive. In case you're living under a rock, in case maybe you're too slow to catch on. The motive is that they want people worried about climate change. So they are intentionally making these disasters worse than what they have to be. Point blank period, folks. The proof is in the pudding. We know all about the decisions they made. And they're blaming their failures. They're blaming their lack of decision-making skills on climate change. It should be obvious, folks. The people of Maui know what's going on. They had to learn the hard way. I guarantee you a lot of them were all part of the climate change cult until they saw what really happens. Where were these climate change people who cared about the environment during East Palestine? They never showed up. They never gave a damn. So right here, if you ask me, not only do we see that they are afraid and they refuse to reveal the truth, not only do we see that they're lying about the numbers, we see this is the clearer picture, folks. It's not going to get much clearer. By the time it does, it's way too late. It's way too late. We know about the mistakes that were made or that were purposely made in order to maximize the loss of human life. We're not going to sit here and let these people blame climate change on what they did. And the fact that they even bring that up, it should let you know why they made the decisions they made. They made the decisions they made because they want you scared about climate change. They want you buying into this climate change narrative. And they will stop at nothing. They will literally kill you. They will turn your water off in the middle of a fire. They will block you from escaping a fire and send you into the flames. All in the name of climate change. Let me know your thoughts, though, down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.